Good day, viewers. Welcome to your favorite program, Portgist and Event on TV. The entire crew of Portgist and Event on TV wishes Nigerian Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. Today is the 26th of December 2012, a day set aside worldwide called Boxing Day. Not a day to pummel one another, but to exchange gifts among neighbors and friends. From Portgist and Event on TV, we say Happy Boxing Day. On our highlight today, the Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service embarked on a 3-day assessment visit to various area commands in the Western Zone. Nigerian Customs Service takes over documentation on all imports and exports in the year come January 2013 as it introduces pre-arrival assessment report called PAR on all imports and exports. Stakeholders, in conjunction with an NGO, organized a seminar and a post-public hearing on the Custom and Excise Management Act Amendment Bill, which is before the National Assembly, and also CFAC's update review for the year 2012. This and many more will come your way. My name is Afan Tokari. Stay tuned.
Oh yes, this is Stars Maritime Academy, our foremost private maritime institute running courses in marine engineering, marine electrical, nautical science, as well as shipping management. Our auxiliary courses are workshop technology for 3 months, mandatory course for 1 to 2 months, ship familiarization for 3 months, as well as sea training for 3 months. At Stars Maritime Academy, we groom future professionals in maritime operations with our mechanical workshop, electronics workshop, welding and fabrication workshop, updated library, computer room, sick bay, conference hall, chat room, spacious parade ground, as well as serene environment on over 7 acres of land. Admission is on now into Voyage 1, Voyage 2 and 3, as well as Voyage 4. For further inquiries, contact the registrar, Stars Maritime Academy, along Ayobo Road, Itilogun State. Telephone 005-621-2451, 006-150-9740, or 01730-0463, or 01-891-3549. You can visit our website on www.starsmaritime.com or email us on info@starsmaritime.com. Stars Maritime Academy, a rising star in maritime professionalism.
The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service, Dr. Abdullahi Diko Inde, was on a 3-day working visit to all the ports in the Western Zone. His first port of call was the Muritala Mohammed International, where he was received by the Controller of Customs in charge of MM, Controller Charles Edike. During this visit, the Controller General of Customs brought a message of hope and appreciation to all the customs officers in Nigerian Port Authority, Seaport, and Muritala Mohammed International Port.
We have done our best. The government is very much appreciative of our best, and that's why we come to thank you and to deliver a message of hope. The message of hope is that, inshallah, come 2013 January, we are independent. We have our freedom. But that are not yet the freedom of Palestine. No, it's true. It all depends upon you. These gentlemen with me, we have done our best. And honestly, we owe them a gratitude because it's what we have been doing day and night, and that's why you didn't see us roaming about. We stayed at the base to make sure that we actualize our dream. And the dream is that we have gotten our independence. Our statutory responsibilities as custom officers being returned back to us.
He immediately visited the training school of Nigerian Customs Service, which is situated at Ikeja, where he promised to give all the trainees 3 square meals, and that from the year 2013, all officers of Nigerian Customs Service will be given 3 pairs of uniform, in addition to what they have presently.
The Controller has graciously approved 3 square feet for each and every one of us. It has never happened. The Controller General has approved and issued 3 pairs of uniform free to each and every bodies to renovate the college, including this auditorium we are sitting in. The officers and the cadets are aware of your capability. This is just few or part of your achievement. You have done things more than this. We are equally praying for you for success in all your endeavors. To you and your management team, we know that you have done much more than this. Like I have said, we are begging for more, and may God give you more power and more grace to your endeavors to continue.
From the training school, the CGC, Dr. Diko Nde, visited the Federal Operation Unit of Nigerian Customs Service called FOU at Ikeja, where he told officers and men that from January 2013, the service providers will automatically hand over to Nigerian Customs Service fully, meaning that from 2013 January, Nigerian Customs Service will now issue what is called Pre-Arrival Assessment Report, PAR. Pre-Arrival Assessment Report now takes the duty or the place of Risk Assessment Report. Don't forget that the various service providers are issuing risk assessment report on all imports into Nigeria.
So having said that, you are very much aware that from 1st January 2013, service providers are handing over to Nigerian Customs Service. While you clap, you also remember that they will not leave us alone. While we are happy clapping our hands, we also put it in prayer that may God lead us to do the right thing and excel on what they do, so that the government would really appreciate that they are really ripe for freedom. Because there is nothing good than such.
The PAR now takes the duty of RA. We at this moment want and enjoin all stakeholders and licensed custom agents that from January 2013, pre-arrival assessment report takes effect and that you need to be compliant with what is on ground. He also said that Nigerian Customs Service personnel should know that Nigerians expect much from them. While responding, the controller in charge of FOU, Controller Dan Ugo, said the service appreciates the effort of Nigerian Customs Service Controller General of Customs, Dr. Abdullahi Indu, and his management team.
We are 100% behind you and the management. You've given us more than we deserve to do our work. I can't thank you enough for the approval and supply of the 75 pieces of AK-47, the new AK-47, which has made us a model in security environments that today outside of Abuja, FOU Zone A handles the security of the CGC.
At the Federal Operation Unit, FOU Unit, the DCG in charge of Human Resources Department, DCG, Deputy Controller General McCarthy, announced that the CGC, Dr. Diko Nde, has approved the promotion of the officers that succeeded in arresting some gangs of smugglers and confiscated the CB, contraband, which was imported into Nigeria.
Scheme of service, the CGC, DCG's ACG has the power of promoting officers from the rank of inspector to the higher rank. On this note, I am given the permission by the CGC that all those who have been involved with this CGR from the rank of CA2, CA3, CAC up to inspector have been promoted to the next rank.
At Tinkan Island Command, Dr. Abdullahi Inde visited Port and Cargo Terminal, where the Vice Chairman of Port and Cargo, Dr. Taiwo Afolabi, was on hand to receive the CGC. Dr. Afolabi took the CGC around the terminal and showed him the new rubber tire gantry equipment which was recently acquired by the terminal. And he also promised that the terminal is ready to enhance productivity come year 2013. He also said that the terminal is ensuring that there's speedy delivery of cargo clearance in the terminal. The CGC at Tinkana Land met a group of licensed custom agents who complained bitterly about the attitude of the Deputy Controller, Shoboki. Mrs. Shoboki, you remember, recently was in the news when she actually invaded Naga village with military men. During his visit to Tinkanaland Port, the CGC advised officers, men and officers, that there should be attitudinal change come year 2013, and that officers should ensure that good trade is being facilitated.
We're going to take up responsibilities. That there are many persons that think that we cannot do it. Then you have to have a think. Change of attitude, punctuality, facilitation of trade. And you have to go with the ethic of the uniform. The code of conduct 7-6. From January you have to apply it. And for any action you are going to take as a custom officer, you should know that it's within the scope of SEMA. And you're able to say it under section so. Taking this action. And then we'll defend you to any level. It's not been easy, you are aware. They are fighting and we are fighting. For the confidence of the President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, we are sure it's a dream actualized. So as we owe gratitude to Almighty God, we also owe gratitude to His Excellency.
During his response, the controller in charge of Tinkanaland Port, Controller Tunji Aremu, appreciated the effort of the CGC, Dr. Abdullahi, to ensuring that there is always prompt reaction from the CGC whenever the need arises. He also pledges his support and loyalty to the service, particularly that of his men in Tinkanaland Command.
On behalf of PTMS Controller, Western Marine Controller, and myself, Tinkanaland Command, I say a big thank you, sir. We will not disappoint you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
A non-governmental organization called Maritime Industry Advocacy Initiative, in conjunction with Portgist and Event on TV, had a one-day post-public hearing and seminar on Custom Excise Management Act Amendment Bill. The theme of the bill is called Analytical Review of Custom Excise Management Bill, which was held at Rockview Hotel on the 20th of December 2012. During this analytical review, various dignitaries were present, amongst which are Dr. Boniface Anebram, the founder of NAGAF, and a representative from Prince Olaiwo Olashitu, the national president of Association of Nigerian Licensed Custom Agents, and many other federal government agencies such as NIMASA, NAFDAC, Standard Organization, Lagos Chambers of Commerce, NATO, and NASIMA. During this review, Mr. Sheson Onilemo, who coordinated the event, said that there is need for every stakeholder, licensed customs agent, freight forwarders, government agencies to come together and look at the bill as it affects the activities of everybody in the industry.
Oh yes, this is Stars Maritime Academy, our foremost private maritime institute running courses in marine engineering, marine electrical, nautical science, as well as shipping management. Our auxiliary courses are workshop technology for 3 months, mandatory course for 1 to 2 months, ship familiarization for 3 months, as well as sea training for 3 months. At Stars Maritime Academy, we groom future professionals in maritime operations with our mechanical workshop, electrical electronics workshop, welding and fabrication workshop, updated library, computer room, sick bay, conference hall, chat room, spacious parade ground, as well as serene environment on over 7 acres of land. Admission is on now into Voyage 1, Voyage 2 and 3, as well as Voyage 4. For further inquiries, contact the registrar, Stars Maritime Academy, along Ayobo Road, Itilogun State. Telephone 005-621-2451, 006-150-9740, or 01730-0463, or 01891-3549. You can visit our website on www.starsmaritime.com or email us on info@starsmaritime.com. Stars Maritime Academy, a rising star in maritime professionalism.
Given the lead paper is a member of the Presidential Committee on Customs Reforms, Mr. Lucky Is Amirero, who actually analyzed extensively on the Custom Excise Management Act bill, which is before the National House of Assembly. His position was actually corroborated by Dr. Boniface Anebura, who believes that there is need for us to come together and look at this bill as it affects everybody in the industry.
Affects various organizations and the operations of the port. Then the legal areas, we extray the legal areas. Our intention was to go into the legal areas and look at what we have in other countries in the world. But because of time constraint, we believe that this seminar will be held again, which will be on a legal basis. But today, we will look at those areas that are more technical, that have to do with all the agencies that actually have something to do with customs and the port. And everybody in this country is in trouble with this bill. Everybody, our grandmother, everybody, a buyer, a seller, a transporter, an agent, a freight forwarder, anything you call yourself. Whether you are a lawyer or an accountant, once you buy anything, you go to jail. That is what this bill is saying. And we believe that the lawyers will actually extray that. But we will look at those areas that are fundamental, like what have to do with other agencies, terminal operators, even to the extent that every other agencies are now under Nigerian Customs Service all over the country. So this bill actually addressed that. So gentlemen and ladies, you are with the paper. I want to be as brisk as possible. I look at the draft bill. You have it page number 1. This bill covers, have you got your papers? Because we are looking at the people who are involved to really be here while we look at the areas, the grey areas that have to do with them. We look at this bill, the bill, and we notice that in the former bill, we are looking at 1.0, removal of the power of the President in the former Senate Custom and Excise Management Act, Cap C 45 of 2004. We have a custom port. In every country in the world, the presidency have the proclamation, and the minister have the regulation. Alright, the board have the a kind of directive, while implementation go to custom in some cases. But in this case, these various powers are removed from the president now. The power to proclaim every area is being removed. That is number 1. Number 2, the power to prohibit goods from being imported is being removed. And under section 24, then the president may order, when you look at it, may order the prohibition of import and any special goods. We try to put them down so that you can understand those are the powers that are removed. Then the power to prohibit goods from being exported has been removed from the president. Then the power to make regulation on postal article has been removed. So, and where do you find this power? Where does the power resides? You go to 1.2. The only power, you go to 1.3. 1.3, where the power resides. Now you go to page 3. The customs control zones. 5.1. The customs control zones, the power says it's, you look at this, the bill that is in the Senate, it said it contains section 31 of the bill sent to the Senate, which is the same under section 12 of SEMA. The power is, then we looked at 9(8) is a very serious thing to agents. What this one is saying, the provision under section 235, which says a person who knowingly enter any goods upon payments of less than amount of duty, excise, tax, and other taxes and fees legally due shall on conviction be liable to payment of 1.5 million or to 2 years imprisonment. So we are asking that what is less than? It's a very serious issue. There are issues here, but we just try to highlight that. We notice under the determination of value under 71, 78 of the bill sent to the Senate exclude the appeal procedure, because in under the Act 20 of 2003, the WCO Convention, it was very clear that the procedure is saying there is an appeal without penalty. That means on valuation and classification, penalty are not supposed to be issued. 25% penalty is wrong if it's on classification and on valuation. And the provisions are very clear. Under section 156, we are regulated by the minister, not by customs. But in this case, customs is taking control of our jobs. And they are saying, everybody who is a license, you are a license. That means you are giving an authority. Not only license, you are authorized. Under section 153. But what they are saying now is that you are a representative. They have been whittled down as ordinary paper. And there's nowhere in the world that is, I have never seen anywhere representative is called. So that is what is happening in the bill. So you can look at that. We look at this and that and adopting best practice with shipment inspection.
Serious issues, as we are discussing, there are a lot of things we need to look at. So this bill is very, very important. Punishment inherent, like I have overheard 20 years time. I mean, this is threat. This is not like going armed robbery. This is not terrorist issue. So if you are looking at 20 years, what did the person do? That it has to go. And I have said severally that people should understand that when we use the word smuggling, what is smuggling? So this bill is very important that we'll go into it. What is smuggling? And intend to evade custom procedures. This has been revenue to the government and probably go by bringing or exporting what is banned. But I'm still at crossroad when you have a consignment and you position your container for custom examination. You are no longer smuggling because you have positioned the container for examination. And therefore, the onus of the officer is to open up the container and see what you have, take inventory, go back. If it's a traded goods, you will assess the consignment. And that's all. But I'm aware that right now, those of you who know the case between me and Mrs. Shoboiki, those two containers are sealed because it's seized, because Dr. Anebodam, to the extent that that very young lady had to go herself in the enforcement and seize those 2x40 foot containers of tire. And they're traded goods. And these are goods that declarations were made. So we don't really have a place to hide. Sometimes I think it's important that we get more.
Ports and Cargo has commenced the new operations for customs examination. Ports and Cargo has been able to put in place examination of cargo between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. daily to meet the 48-hour delivery of cargo as stipulated by the federal government. So with this arrangement, if you're booked between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m., your container will be positioned for examination by 12 noon. And if you book between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m., your container will be positioned for examination by 2 p.m. So we're calling on agents to use this opportunity to get their cargo released on time.
The world has indeed become a commercial global village. Nigeria, the West Coast and South Africa have become every shipper's destinations of delight. To meet this growing need, we present the CFAX Group of Companies, a maritime one-stop shop with subsidiaries on the West Coast, London and Texas, USA. With our well-trained and courteous staff, high-tech cranes, stick-dooring services, haulage trucks with mileage across Nigeria and abroad, and our utility-bonded terminals, we are indeed Nigeria's leading cargo handlers. CFAX Group of Companies. Our team work with innovation.
On CFAX Updates today, we are reviewing CFAX activities in the year 2012. In the month of April, precisely April 25th, Port and Cargo Terminal promised a better service delivery system to its numerous customers. This was said by the former Managing Director of Port and Cargo, Mr. Robert Jenkins. In the month of May, precisely May 2nd, 2012, the Group Managing Director and the CEO, Dr. Taiwo Afolabi, sent greetings to Port and Cargo's numerous customers and promised that CFAX is actually going to import new handling equipment to give efficient service delivery system. In the same month of May, precisely May 9th, Dr. Taiwo Afolabi celebrated his 58th anniversary, that is 50 years at July 2012. Security report on CFAX update. CFAX was able to be ISPS compliance and that they have succeeded in curtailing thieves and unscrupulous elements that may have access into their terminal. So also a new internal gate to control crowd influx into CFAX terminal. A biometric turnstile gate was also mounted in the terminal. July 11, 2012, Dr. Afolabi's investiture as the patron of Maritime Reporters Association Nigeria, MARAN. On September 5th, 2012, CFAX actually launched first set of 5 rubber tire gantry to give efficient service in the terminal. The RTG cost 1.2 million euro each. In the month of November, precisely November 27, the second batch of the RTG delivery was taken. Dr. Afolabi, on the October 17, 2012, Dr. Afolabi was appointed as the Honorary Consul of the Republic of Djibouti. This is how far we can go on today's episode of Portgist and Event on TV. Once again, we greet our numerous customers. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. Until next week, stay blessed.